All right. I know you all seen trees before. As Persecuted author, there's other places I wanted to sit this morning, but just sitting out here and listening to nature do its thing is fine with me. Traffic in the background you're going to have because nobody will listen to me on the laws, but this is about Graves' disease. And I hope you understand me because I've busted my teeth out of my mouth because of this disease, the Graves' disease, and how I ended up with it. Stress, persecution, hate, betrayal is how my Graves' disease come out of my soul. I've had it. I knew I had something. I was diagnosed years ago with neutropenia, which is the same thing, autoimmune. I collapsed, went from 195 pounds down to 140 pounds. I thought I was going to die then. And that was in my late 30s. Well, in my late 50s, it started happening. Tremors, hand shaking, losing weight, couldn't sleep. I mean, I literally did not sleep with Graves' disease. I busted into every homeopathic, and oh my, I hit the whiskey. Not to get drunk, but I drank. One here, one there, one here, one there, you know. Kind of like the old cowboy would do. If I had an ailment, boom, I drank whiskey. But to live with this and then have the rest of my world destroyed. Now, when I'm telling you the truth, I'm not asking you to hug me. I don't need you to hold me. I don't need you to agree with me. This is my therapy because I have to tell it. This Graves' disease come because we took care of strangers. Where we live especially. The amount of people in my business that I opened up in my garage, I took care of a lot of people and I was very fair. But the Republicans, I'm telling you right now, run me down. I have to say that. Mixed with the Democrats, mixed with religion. It's so bad today that I wanted to be part of a change because there's some laws that need to be definitely put in place on safety on the roads and for kids. And those are other videos that I'm trying to do and do my best to just do it naturally. That one of the neighbor that I live next door to who has special needs kids, I went to a recall at a courthouse to be involved because I know what was going on around here. Irregardless, that person's brother gave me a look as if I done something as if I did something to their family members or I stole from somebody. You hear that car running? Harlow's, yeah. That's the Michigan speed study that's making me very mad, but that's on another topic, and I'll post that. That video is going to get posted. But the Graves' disease, it comes from just people's foulness. People spreading lies, gossip, people attacking me. The people that used to just feel safe around my family and I have literally betrayed us. But that's okay. Are you kidding me? I literally don't want people like that in my life. But Graves' disease has destroyed me to the end. Mostly because I had failure in the medical system and then the money not to continue. I finally had dental insurance to get things kind of taken care of. I ain't got the best teeth in the world, but they weren't falling out. I've broke 4 of them, pushed 1 of them up in my sinus cavities, no matter if I wear a mouthpiece or not. Do you know how that feels, man? To literally destroy yourself because of hate, persecution? What it's done to my marriage, my income, in this economy, And you know what's even more astounding? Most of them were Bible readers and online or preached the word. And as soon as I got worse, they all disappeared. Nobody prayed for me. Did I want them to? No. Did I expect them to? No. But all the words they said out of their mouth, I thought for 1 minute something would change. I literally found out that humans are the destruction of other humans. I'm proof of it. Happened to me. I know there's other people out there that go through the same thing. What's the benefit of destroying somebody who's done nothing to you? Jealousy? Or did I catch you in your lie and confront you? Because I do. If I catch you lying, or if I catch you stepping out of line, I'm going to ask you why. I'm not doing it for a fist fight. I'm not doing it to be King Kong. But to have this Graves' disease, and then live around hate, I'll never heal. I've learned to feel more of the energy of evil. That's pretty easy to do today. You see it all the time. The things I used to be able to do and take care of, yeah, I'm in my early 60s. Used to be in pretty good shape, thought I was going to, escalate. And it's not about having the disease, it's how I got it. By the acts of humans. And I'm not a person that lets up. I'm doing these videos kind of in a remission stage, but because I'm speaking out about a lot of unsafe, uncharted territories, and the political levels who refrained from taking care of the residents in the communities or the states, I'm pushing back against a lot of things because you've got to quit closing the door when people need help. You've got to quit closing the door when your taxpayers want safety or they want a change, and stop being one-sided. Now, that's a little off course, but that's because I am taking on quite a challenge because I promised myself I wouldn't let these things go unnoticed. But the Graves' disease, see, look right there, there are them swallows right there. See what I mean? These birds are something. I had it on my other video. I love these tree swallows. Sparrows and sparrows, you can hear them chirping in the background. They're a little ornery and destructive, but my tree swallows are quiet, small, petite birds. And I enjoy the sound. That's about as close as I can get to peace. The money I've spent to heal myself from Graves' disease or get me in a remission has been a roller coaster ride. I know this much. With Graves' disease, if it come about where you live, move. I tried. But because I'm in a failed marriage and I'm broke, I tried to make a move last year. The economy didn't help any of us. The only way Graves' disease can heal is to change atmosphere for me. And I've been trying to for actually 4 years. And because I have other people that I've been with for 33 years and things like that, I've had to make changes because I didn't want to leave them in the same destruction. Because I am a fighter. But to not be able to sleep, gain weight, function, it's hard for me. I need to sit back and be quiet and do everything I need to do to take care of me. That's always been what's been recommended. But how do you heal when the evil is still destroying the rest of the community? And they know they're doing it. I'm not letting up on that. I'm bringing notice to where the hate is, where the persecution is. And I'm telling you what, don't tell me the Bible works and prayer works, because the people I live around who started all of this are all Bible toters. Somebody or two people started in. And if I told you there was 100 people that's already knows me by the word of the ugly, fork tongue, dirt mouth, I would be real close. Ain't that surprising? Most of those same people I took care of in business. Now, I did my best to keep working, thought this all would pass when I had Graves' disease. And you know how many people looked at me as if I was some, I don't know, zombie? And I was. I literally couldn't stop shaking. I was running 100 miles an hour trying to make up for the losses. I knew something horrible was happening. And I still had family I had to take care of. It was my responsibility. But instead of people being compassionate and saying, hey, something's wrong, all they wanted was more supplies out of me for less price. They actually run me in the ground. We're going to turn this up here a little bit if I can. I want to turn it up to the clouds. That's what I found out about humans. Compassion only works as long as they're benefiting, but they don't have compassion for another human being they don't know or they've yet to meet, or that they knew, but they were persuaded to change their opinion about you to the worse because the foulness. I literally got this disease from persecution. Crazy. I was really hoping somebody would open their mouth on social media. I've been doing a lot of digging trying to find. And when I find out it's my neighbors that I took care of, deep snow, yards when their kids were in the hospital. I took one of them to doctors. They had a lot of health issues. I took care, we overseen their property, their 11-year-old kid, everything else. Those same people had more power. They were all criminals, had more power over people's vision of me when people would already call me on the phone, ask me my opinion, invite me places, do everything else like that, my wife included at that time. But it only took the disrespect, foul mouth of one person to just terrorize. Now, as I did homework and people, one person that I know local who talks to me, fills me in with what is relevant. I found out in this area that they're well known for that. They have run and persecuted people out, even killed one person. It makes a difference where you live. But when you come to a place with no criminal record, no intent to do harm, and you are being treated as the devil, but yet the devil was the one who destroyed you, who really is wearing the evil clothing? I'll tell you right now, the religion where I'm at, I'm not going to specify the religion, but they're both alike. But it's the mindset of the people thinking that religion is only to take care of them. They literally in this area don't want people up here from out of town. I just talked to a woman. She's being evicted. She moved up here 15 years ago with her kids. She's 60. She's lost everything. They did it to her and her family. Even the school, even the secretary. She told me that horrible story. And she is in a horrible shape. She's frantic. She don't know where she's going to leave. She asked if she could sleep on my couch. She's that desperate. I should be compassionate to help out. I can't. My circumstance is not healthy for somebody else trying to gain peace. Hear that, fool? That's one of my problems. Right on video. That is harassment right there. It's its best. Did you hear that? I did. So I have to go finish my other videos because that happened and I don't want to lose the time on it. But you think about this. I know somebody else has had the same thing happen. What we are as people to each other is hateful, spiteful. You don't even have to do anything to anybody to get this kind of treatment in life. And I lived it. It destroyed me. I'll never be the same again. I've gone cold. I'm not compassionate. I don't help. I'm very sketchy on who I help out. It's changed me for a whole because I have to take care of me at this time. But living with Graves' disease, I'll tell you what, destructive. All right, I'll finish this up. I got to go do these other videos because Mr. Troublemaker did his thing, and I'm reporting these to show them that the speed studies and everything else that I'm pushing on my videos are not working. I could let all this ride, but I can't let this ride because they're going to kill somebody. And then somebody will just get a slap on the wrist like they have before and nobody's held accountable. But I don't want it to happen to you either. So be safe out there in this mad world. But it's what's really sad is how uncompassionate the human species has become, especially in what we so-called America. But take care of yourself. Have a great day. Be blessed. I'll have more coming up. I can only do things in intermittence because I got my plate full with things I have to take care of. But be safe to yourself today. Talk to you later. Thanks.